Gavin, great to have an opportunity to catch up with you. Bit of an update. We're in the close season, but your work doesn't stop.
No, of course, yeah. I think my family were very hopeful that as soon as the season was over, we were going to get a bit of time. But yeah, it's been busy as ever. Constantly making phone calls, speaking to players, agents, and the life of a manager.
So, signed on some of the players who we're familiar with from last season, keeping that core of the team together.
Yeah, I think I was very vocal about how the start of last year, I think performances were very, very high, but results perhaps, not where we wanted them to be. And, I think what was great about everybody at the football club, the fans, the people behind the scenes, the players, everybody understood that there was a journey to be had and we were playing very well and everybody felt something was coming. But that was just an understanding, you sign 18 new players, a whole new squad, it takes time to build. So yeah, we are going to have an element of that again this season, but that's the whole point of trying to really recruit and retain most of the squad. So yeah, I think we've got 11, hopefully maybe one more to come back in. Maybe a couple more to come back in. We're still in talks actually, and inevitably a couple will fall by the wayside, and we'll try and get stronger. So that's a task in itself. But yeah, listen, we want to try and retain that squad because we want to keep the continuity of what we've just done. We don't want to rip it up and start again. So try and continue with those messages and hopefully have another really good season.
Yeah, and it's your second season at the club. You've spoken positively about enjoying your first 12 months at Brackley, and just sense the same enthusiasm and energy, ready to go again.
Yeah, obviously, following the playoff final, it stings a little bit, doesn't it? Of course, and when I say a little bit, that's a massive understatement. But this is football, and the only, I suppose, the silver lining is we've had weeks to try and come to terms with it and understand it. And I think when you put it into perspective, it's a monstrous effort. When we look at who we are and what we do, and to go from where we've gone from, I still think, and I've said numerous times, I think people will look back and understand that, since Kev was at the club, there's a huge transitional period that's going to be in place for a couple of years, and I feel like we've probably got ahead of the game. We don't want to have unrealistic expectation, but we expect to be up there, we expect to be competing, and we want to do that again this year. But I don't see it as a failure last year. I feel like it was if anything, is an underhand compliment that everyone was so disappointed. It was probably because they believed in it so much. I think everybody is aware that we've tried to change the culture and the environment a little bit, and everybody's bought into that. I feel like we've really raised our game, everyone at the football club, and we want to go again. But it's not definitive on a season. I don't believe that the start of a season and end of a season is definitive in your journey. I believe that journey continues, and we want to really hit the ground running again and continue the journey that hasn't come to an end yet, that will inevitably go on. And we want to be really positive about that.
And we know now what the makeup of National League North will be next season. Some new teams joining, a couple of teams coming down. It's going to be as tough as ever.
Tougher. When you look at the likes of Radcliffe and Marine and some of them clubs coming out. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who else. Kidderminster are coming down, and Oxford are now coming into our league. These, some really, really good teams. With great resources and real good players and management team backing them. And so listen, it'll be as tough as ever. But as much as it'll be tough for us, it'll be tough for them. When teams play against us, we'll be ready as well. So look, we've. I want to stick my neck out there, I want to be positive, but equally, I have the respect for the opposition to know that it's going to be a really, really tough year, and we've got to be at it. So it's our responsibility to control the controllables and make sure that we're the best that we can be.
And players are away from the club at the moment, but you start pre-season training in a couple of weeks. You're happy with the pre-season fixtures you got lined up? Yeah,
I think, funny enough, I made my rounds with the players yesterday and made a few phone calls. Some of them are away, but had some really good conversations. And I've got our physio, strength and conditioning guy Aaron's trying to get them all in the gym already. I know they're all following their off-season plans, but I'm a little bit of a yin to that yang, really. I'm like, just go and enjoy yourself, indulge. The work will start when we get back, but. They're all just so extremely professional. They've conducted themselves impeccably when we've had our overnight stays and when we've gone away on a pre-season tour. The lads have just been incredible. Their mentality is so high, and I know that they'll all come back fit. That's just the reality of the way football is nowadays. But these lads are, specifically very good at that. So, they'll all be ready. The pre-season schedule's all in place for us. They've known that for a while, and the pre-season friendlies. We're really lucky to be hosting some really good teams. Fortunate like Shrewsbury Town, my ex-club, and Northampton, who's obviously down the road from us. We always have a great pre-season friendly against them. John Brady will bring a strong team, and always enjoy having a beer with him after the game and get a bit of an insight into what he's doing. And some of those other games as well. We've got one closer to me at Shifnal Town, which is obviously a connection with Jay. They're really great people there. It's a brilliant pitch. Reason for going there, great pitch, great setup, great facilities. The owner there, Mick Tranter, will really look after us on the day. So yeah, we've just got some great fixtures. I'm trying to think of some of their corn as well. An ex-teammate of mine, great guys just taken over the management there, Ryan Beswick. So yeah, again, that's a 3G, but again, they'll look after us, and that's the thing. Pre-season's about being competitive and really putting into practice what it is that you want to do, but also when you go against good people, they'll make sure that everybody comes out fit and healthy on the day. So it'll be competitive, but it'll certainly be geared up for what we need.
Well, look, just finally, Brackley Town's one thing, but you're a football fan more generally. You're looking forward to Euros. What are you looking forward to there?
Yeah, I can't wait.
How are we going to do?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I say, I'm a bit of a football geek, so I couldn't say that about many other things. But really excited about obviously the Euro. When you look at our team, young, exciting, athletic. We just really look. I think there's a real feeling around the country, isn't there, about everybody so excited about they can really achieve something. And I'm loving hearing people's starting 11 and who they think should have gone. And I think it's crazy that Grealish hasn't gone and that other people have got other ideas. So it's just brilliant, isn't it, when you've got such a major tournament in the off season for the likes of us that start missing match of the day and the Premier League games and such. It's it's a blessing to have it. So really hopeful England can go and do it, and even all the home nations. Nice to see if we could get a game against one of them. I always love those ones as well, because it just comes down to grit and mentality. So I think the lads will do well. I think they'll be really, really good. Funny enough, I met one of the who was in the England squad quite recently. I know him from previously from being on our podcast. Saw him in Dubai, and he was really positive, and he's the one who's got the insight. So you listen to him, and he's really positive, and I know they're very confident. So excited for him.
Well, great to hear your enthusiasm and excitement. Thanks for the update, and we look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Can't wait.